Okay, so MLS have suspended Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba for skipping the All-Star Game. And this is what Don Garber had to say about it. He said, "I know Lionel Messi loves this league. I don't think there's a player or anyone who's done more for MLS than Messi. I fully understand, respect and admire his commitment to Inter Miami, and I respect his decision. Unfortunately, we have a long-standing policy regarding the participation of the All-Star Game, and we enforce it. It was a very difficult decision. That said, we are going to take a hard look at the policy moving forward." Jules is still with us, but Stevie, you do not agree with the measures that have been taken here.
I can't believe that. I really can't. I mean, you're talking about a guy who has taken MLS up another level by the mere fact that he plays in MLS around the globe. Before Messi, nobody could have cared less who played in MLS, quite frankly. And so, to suspend a guy who's done so much for your league, and do you think for 1 second that Inter Miami would have been in the Club World Cup if Messi wasn't playing for Inter Miami? Not a chance. So again, all Messi's done is raise the profile of MLS, and they've turned round and suspended him for a game. If I'm Messi and anybody into Miami, I am not lifting a finger to help MLS again. Forget it. I'm sorry. I think it's a joke. There's always a circumstance where you have to make an exception. And the fact that they haven't taken the opportunity and made an exception, I think is 100% wrong.
So it's a long-standing policy that would have happened to any other player. We know Lionel Messi isn't any other player. Can they come out and say because it's him?
No, they can't.
Played a lot.
No, they can't.
He's exempt.
Of course they can.
Rules.
No,
MLS changes. Sorry, Shaq. MLS changes rules every day of the week, or they would change them every day of the week to suit themselves. So the fact that they've gone ahead and done this is absolute nonsense.
If they change those rules apply to everybody else. And now listen, I'll be honest, as far as this is concerned, I'm not here nor there. And I'll be honest, I don't think Lionel Messi cares. He cares just as much as me, to be honest. But here's the thing. From Don Garber's statement, and I agree, if this is a long-standing policy, then it has to apply to everybody else, including Lionel Messi. But here's the issue with it. And while that's all well and good, who does this really impact in terms of that one-game suspension? And the answer to that is, I don't know which game he's going to be suspended for. I'm not sure if that was announced. But if it's an away game, whoever that team is will see a significant, drop in expected attendance. That's who is going to impact. It doesn't bother Lionel Messi. It doesn't bother Jordi Alba. It doesn't bother Javier Mascherano. We are talking about an Inter Miami team that, while they're currently sitting 5th in the East, they have 3 games in hand on Cincinnati, who are top. They are 7 points behind Cincinnati, who are sitting on top. Inter Miami are going to make the playoffs. And again, here comes the issue with this system and the playoff system. Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba missing 1 game, certainly in this situation, is not going to impact whether Inter Miami makes the playoffs or not. Is not going to impact anything Inter Miami related, unless that home game is at home. But then you have season ticket holders. It only impacts whoever, if it's an away game suspended for.
The other thing that annoys me is the hypocrisy that Don Garber comes out and says, it's because it's a long-standing rule. As I said to Shaka, they change rules to suit themselves, and they would do it every day of the week if they could, and they do. So don't turn around and say, it's been a long-standing rule and there's nothing we can do, because they do things for fun. There's not another league in the world that changes rules to suit themselves more than MLS does. So,
Jules, do you care?
No, he doesn't.
I don't care. I think it's just it's a massive own goal from them. Like what is Messi? They play the Club World Cup. If you play in the NBA and you're selected for the All-Star Game and you don't go, you can't go, you're injured or you're rested or whatever, you don't get suspended. Why are you suspended in the MLS? And what is that the All-Star Game where Show Speed or whatever his name is featured and did the skills challenge? Is that really what we're talking about here? And really, you are suspending Messi for 1 game for not going to something that he didn't even know existed before because we don't have them in Europe, for example. I think that was a good opportunity for Don Garber and MLS to say, actually, we've had this policy, this rule, we're ready to change it, because as we see with Messi and Alba, you should not really have to sanction players who are not going to the All-Star game even they're selected. And instead, I think they look ridiculous now, suspending him for one game.
Well, Jorge Mas from Inter Miami has said that Messi is very upset about these measures that have been taken and called it draconian. So maybe you and Messi are on the same team here, Stevie.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Messi don't care. Messi don't care.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot more talk about this on the latest edition of Football Americas. You'll often see Shaka on there, sadly not tonight.